Hello everyone and welcome back to my 100% race series, and today we have reached the pinnacle, highly regarded as quite possibly the greatest Formula 1 game of all time. It's F1 Championship Edition. Let's get straight into the drivers. We start with Renault with Fernando Alonso, oh look, little happy face, and Giancarlo Fisichella. On to the next team in F1 Championship Edition, and it's going to be Team McLaren Mercedes. And we've got Kimi, oh dear, Mr. Sternface, very, very stern indeed. Mr. Kimi Räikkönen, and his teammate in 06 was, of course, Juan Pablo. Look, he's just happy to be there. They've let him out of the retirement home early. Look. Hello, Juan Pablo. Hello, he says. Anyway, on to the next team, and it's Ferrari with Michael Schumacher, and his teammate, of course, is going to be the great one himself. Yes, it's Felipe. Oh my goodness, look at his hair. Felipe Massa. Okay, on to the next team. It's Panasonic Toyota Racing with Ralf Schumacher, yes. And his teammate, of course, was, look at his hair. Jarno Trulli, yes, Jarno Trulli. Well done, Jarno. On to Williams F1 team now, and it is, of course, Mark Webber. Multi 21, Seb. Multi 21. And he's still, oh, Jesus Christ. It's Nico Rosberg. Look at that blonde hair. Wowzers be trousers. We're on to Honda F1 team now, and of course it's going to be Rubens Barrichello. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy as Rubens, but his teammate is happy. It is, of course, Jenson Button. And so we move on to the next racing team. It is, of course, Red Bull, and we start with, oh my goodness. Oh no, what have they done to his eyes? That's well scary. There's, of course, Mr. David Twett Coulthard himself in, of course, the Red Bull in 2006. Jesus Christ. And, of course, his teammate in 06 was, of course, the greatest F1 driver in the world, Christian Klein. Oh dear, look. He's looking for the exits. He says, no, get me the fuck out of here. Anyway, there he is, the great man himself. Yes, Mr. Christian Klein. On to the next team now, and we have BMW Sauber F1 team with, of course, Mr. Nick Heidfeld, and his teammate is going to be, yes, we know who it's going to be. Yes, it's, oh my goodness, look, he looks like he's just come out of school. Yes, he's the maths teacher, everyone. It's Jack Villeneuve. Yes, Jack Villeneuve. Have a little smile, Jack, On to the next one now, and it's Midland F1 team with Tiger Montero. Wowzers, sponsored by JVC, and of course Christian Albers, what a driver he was in 06. On to Toro Rosso now, of course, the sister team of Red Bull, and it's Antonio Liuzzi. His teammate was Scott Speed. Anyway, we move on now to Super Aguri with, of course, the almighty Takuma Sato and his teammate Uche Ide. Of course, we drove in the last edition of this series. Yes, the last edition of this series. But unfortunately, after 4 rounds in real life, Uche Ide actually lost his super license. Yes, there he is. There's the great man himself. Wowzers mid-trousers. Anyway, let's move on now to the circuits. And while we do that, I'm going to have a little bit of a raffle. Because unfortunately, with you crazy guys on my YouTube comments, oh my God, my YouTube comments, there's a little bit of debate about who we're going to drive for, so I thought it would be fairer to put the names into a hat. Oh look, God, he's off, everyone. Look, there he is. That's the hookster from 7 days ago. Yes, oh God, Jesus Christ. You have to forgive him. He hasn't had the nurse come round yet with his Werther's Originals. No, oh God, for cock's sake, hurry up, will you, hookster? This is why he's not as good as Alva. Oh, look at this. Oh, could you? Yeah, we can see you shook him up. Just take the fucking name out of there for Oh, here he goes, everyone. Here we go. We're going to see who we're going to drive for now, and it's going to be... Oh, could he get much bloody slower? Here he goes. That's it. Open it up now, Hookster. Well done. Open it up. And, of course, we're going to drive as... Who's that? Can't see it. Scott Speed. There you go, Scott Speed. It was a toss-up between Scott Speed and Jenson Button. So as we are not driving as Jenson Button, we were going to drive at Hungary. We are going to drive at my favourite circuit of all, of course. Yes, it's going to be Brazil. Yes, so let's do this because I am so excited for this game. Yes, we're going to start right at the back like we always do, of course. Yes, no qualifying, just straight into the race in Brazil. Come on then, let's do this. Let's hand you over now to the commentators, of course, to start you for the race.
Don't go anywhere. We're only minutes away from the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix, coming to you live from Interlagos. They are serious about their motorsport here in Sao Paulo. They adore their heroes like Fittipaldi, Senna, Massa and Barrichello. It's another classic circuit, Interlagos, anti-clockwise, very quick, and there are several genuine overtaking opportunities. Michael Schumacher will start from pole. Next on the front row is Giancarlo Fisichella. Jenson Button goes from third. Juan Pablo Montoya completes row 2. Nick Heidfeld goes from 5th. Felipe Massa takes 6th. 7th spot on the grid for Kimi Raikkonen. Fernando Alonso rounds off the top 8.
So here we go then as the 5 lights go out on the 100% race round Brazil on F1 Championship Edition, and we say go, 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 and it's away we go. Look at this, already trying to get past Uj Ide, and we may had a little bit of trouble there with the Midland cars. We go into turn 1 of the gorgeous Brazilian circuit, and we've just held back there. As you can see, we've held back because we don't want to take the front wing off this car, because of course the damage in F1 Championship Edition is absolutely epic and far better than any of the previous F1 games. But just be very, very careful that you don't actually take a wheel off or a wing off in this game. Okay, into the next turn, and we're going for a move on our teammate already. Yes, it's Antonio Lewis, and he goes very, very wide on the exit there, so we're going to use the opportunity to sneak down the inside of it, using a little bit of curb there, but yes, we're going to do a switchback manoeuvre on him now and see if we can sneak down the inside of our teammate Lewis, who's going very, very wide once again. Okay, so one of the great things about this game is it's in high definition, as one of the cars is trying to get past me. It's Takuma Sato, but we managed to hold him off. Oh, they're going a little bit slow though into this hairpin. Wowzers. So we get up into 17th place. Yes, it's in high definition, everyone. It's only 720p, but it is 60 frames a second, and it's buttery smooth, absolutely buttery smooth as you go around this Grand Prix. So let's have a look and see what's going on the screen then. Of course, the screen has been updated significantly for F1 Championship Edition to take advantage of the fact that the extra graphical quality can be used to its fullest extent. So in the top left you can see our position in the race, and right in the middle you can see how many laps we got left, which once again counts down backwards, but unfortunately that's what they did back in 2006. Over to the right hand corner at the top you can see our current lap time. As we go down now to the bottom left hand corner, you can see we have once again a mini map which once again shows every single car on the circuit. It's great to see that in a Formula 1 game. And if you go a little bit further down you can see we've got the tyre temperatures, which is absolutely fantastic. I do believe they wanted to put it into the PS2 version but didn't quite manage to do it, but it is definitely in this version. And it tells you how hot the tyres are. They're 99 degrees apart from the left front, which is only at 38, and it's very, very cold indeed. So there's obviously not a lot of load going into that front left tyre at the moment at Brazil. As we now sneak past, I think one or two items. Oh, we smack straight into the back of one of the Williams cars, but up into 15th place now for Scott Speed. We're going for a move on Christian Clear, the greatest F1 driver of all time. Yes, we get past, do we? Yes, up into 14th position with 70 laps still remaining in this Grand Prix. Now, right in the middle of our indicator, you can see it tells us how our engine is doing. Well, it's looking pretty green at the moment, going a little bit yellow, and that does increase as the race goes on. We've also got brake bias. We've also got traction control indicators. We've got a fuel gauge, and it's just all going on. And if you look across to the right-hand corner, you can see a return to the wonderful rev counter from F105. It's great to see that back into the game. Okay, it's time to read now from Wikipedia. The game follows the basic structure of Formula 1 06 for the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable. The main differences include the updated visuals for the PS3, including a lot more detail, 6-axis compatibility, real-time reflections, car reflections on wet circuits, and new wet weather effects. It was announced early in development that the safety car would be included in the game for the first time in an F1 game since Formula 1 99 for the PlayStation. However, it was removed before the final release, along with the PSP wing mirror integration shown at E3. The game also boasts dynamic weather and improved AI. The AI system is called live action racing, where one can pressure the opposition, causing them to make little mistakes such as running wide on corners, causing them to crash into other cars or spin off the road of their own accord. The AI will then try to seek opportunities to pass the player in a realistic manner. So there you go, a little bit of history about this game. And this game, in my opinion, is absolutely fantastic. Scott Speed is now in 11th place. Wow, 11th position as I was looking across at my laptop there. Fantastic. So still 69 laps to go. 69 laps to go. And everyone absolutely lost their nuts when this game first came out. Yes, they completely lost it because it was finally the F1 game that we were all looking forward to. As we accelerate forward now with just 68 laps left to go in this Grand Prix, you can see we've got the oil warning flag out now, which means someone's engine has exploded. Hopefully we won't spin on the oil. Where's the oil? There's the oil. Oh, we just missed it. Fantastic. And it's really such a shame that this was in fact the last game to be made by Studio Liverpool. In fact, just after this game came out in 2007, Studio Liverpool lost the F1 licence, and that meant that we had a drought for F1 games for only the second time in the F1 history. And for 2007 and 2008 there was no F1 game, which was such a shame because those were the 2 years, of course, that Lewis Hamilton was starting his career in McLaren and fighting for a world championship. Anyway, we continue now. 65 laps left remaining, and Scott speeds up into 9th. I think he's going to get up to the points. Yes, he does. Gets past the Toyota. So, with just a few laps gone in this Grand Prix, already Scott Speed is up into the points as we accelerate forward now. 61 laps remain of this Grand Prix, and we sneak down the inside. I think that was one of the Sauber cars. So up into 7th position at the moment. You can see the skies are looking a little bit dark as we accelerate forward now. 57 laps remain, and we go past the Ferrari this time. Wowzers. That was Felipe Massa, so up now into 6th position. Our next target is Kimi Raikkonen, and of course that McLaren from 2006. Can we get past him? Well, we're going to see if we can sneak down the inside of Kimi, but no, he's got the advantage at the moment. Wowzers. Yes, you really get a sense of speed in this game. I think it's a lot to do with the buttery smooth 60 frames a second, but even the latest Codemasters games just don't feel as fast as this game. And don't forget, this was made back in 2007. Anyway, 56 laps left remaining of this Grand Prix. Here we go for a move now on Kimi. He's slowed down there. In fact, a lot of the cars slowed down on that chicane, and we managed to get past up into 5th position now for Scott Speed. Yes, as we accelerate forward now, still 56 now 55 laps left, up into 4th position. Our fuel is almost gone though, so we're going to come in for our first pit stop. Now, of course, we've got a free stop in this race, and once again, we have got to push the buttons like a madman and get them in the right order, otherwise our stop will be longer than what we want it to be. Anyway, we go past the pits. Was that a car in there? No. Yes, it is a car in, and we're up into 3rd position now. Michael Schumacher currently in the lead with 54 laps to go, and Fisichella in 2nd position. Scott Speed is in 3rd position at the moment, but don't get too excited because of course he's got to come in very, very soon for his pit stop as he's putting the moves now, and I think this is a back marker. Jesus Christ! Oh, almost bend it there. Now, unfortunately, you don't see any blue flags in this game, or I haven't seen any blue flags, but the cars, if you are faster than them and you're lapping them, do actually slow down, but sometimes they slow down right in front of you and you almost smack straight to the back of them. Now, unfortunately, there are a few things carried over from F106, and one of those is, of course, the ref penalties if you go off the circuit too much, which is such a shame because it's just an arcade feel to the game when we really want a proper simulation and we'd rather have stop goes. But of course, it is a difficult way of trying to not continuously come in for stop goes, because of course, if you've watched some of my videos on the EA games, you basically come in for stop and goes pretty much every lap. Anyway, it's time now for us to come in for our pit stop any moment now. I think we're going to do one more lap. We've got 3 laps of fuel left in the car. Yes, they have called us in, but we've decided to carry on a little bit longer and see how we do. Michael Schumacher still in the lead. Fisichella still in 2nd place as we accelerate forward now. 52 laps remain of this Grand Prix, and now it is time for us to make our pit stop. You can see that our pit garage indicator is flashing. Our fuel is flashing. In fact, everything's flashing on the car. So we come in for our first stop. Now, back in the day, I used to be able to memorise which buttons to press, but yes, it's been a long time, so I've completely forgotten. So this should be an absolutely terrible stop. Absolutely terrible stop. Of course, we've got wheel changes as well, so we have got to press all the buttons and not just a couple. Here we go then, in for our first stop on F1 Championship Edition. And no, come on, yes, tyres. Oh, I got the tyres right, and oh, I got that right as well. Come on, and yes, oh, a little bit. Come on, fuel. Oh, well, it wasn't too bad. 9.9 seconds, which is pretty decent for F1 06, has to be said. And we're going to rejoin the field with 51 laps remaining in 7th place, I do believe. In case any other cars are sneaking past us, though, we'll stay with this for a moment and see if we do. Yes, we do. Retain 7th position now as we rejoin the circuit with just 51 laps left of the Torture Grand Prix. Yes, the Torture Grand Prix. So as you can see, as we've accelerated forward now, 50 laps remain in the Grand Prix. And oh my goodness, the lads seem to have completely fueled up our car. We've got 39 laps of fuel, which is not going to take us to the end of the race. I presume that's as much as you can put in the tank. I'm presuming anyway, because that isn't quite going to get us to the end. But as we say that, we've made it up to 6th place because someone else has come in for a stop. Anyway, still 50 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Still in 6th place, going for a move on one of the other back markers. I think that's Takuma Sato. I think it is. Please, Takuma, get out of the way. Scott Speed is coming through. Scott Speed, yes. An F1 driver that never really lived up to his name, did he really? No, not at all. He wasn't really speedy. He was pretty much like a snail, yes. What did he actually do? Did he only do one season? I can't actually remember. I'll have to look that up. But I think he only did one season in Formula 1 before he was unceremoniously asked to retire. Yes, unceremoniously asked to retire. Anyway, over to 5th place now. Another car's coming to the pits. 49 laps left in the Torture Grand Prix for Scott Speed as we accelerate forward now. Still 49 laps remain in the Grand Prix. Scott Speed. Oh, no. I was fearing this. We have got it on variable weather and it is starting to rain. And this is disaster for Scott Speed because we've only just come in for our pit stop onto the dry tyres and now we've got to go onto intermediates. Now, just like F1 06, you have no control over what tyres to put on your car. You just have to make sure that you are out on the track long enough for the tyre conditions to change as we accelerate forward now. And as you can see, it's very, very wet out on circuit now. We're still on dry tyres. Just look at that beautiful effect on the screen there. Just look at it from the rain. That's just beautiful to see. Of course, we just absolutely went mad when we first saw that on this game. So we are now going to come in for our pit stop because the tyres are now giving up on the grip. It's a very, very good effect in F1 Championship Edition. The car just seems to bog down when there's just no grip in the tyres and it's getting too wet, which is very good to see. So we're going to come in for our pit stop now. And hopefully we'll go on to the inters. We should do. The mechanics will do it automatically. If we come in too early, they'll put us on dries, but I think we've left it just about right. And now we've got to see if we can get the button presses done right this time. Well, we've got the Renault boys out ready for their driver and we've got Ferrari out as well. So they're all going to swap onto intermediates. Hopefully we will go onto intermediates. Oh, our pit lane's right down the end. Look at this. There's a car just come out behind us. But yes, here we go then. And we've come on. Yes. Look good. Oh, no, we completely cocked that up. No. There's a huge delay. The tyres go on though. Oh, not bad. Come on. Oh, that was terrible. Oh my God. 13.8 second pit stops. But did they put inters on? Yes, they did. You can see by the tread pattern on the tyres there that they have indeed put the intermediate tyres on. We've still only got 40 laps of fuel on the car though, so it's still not enough. So yes, obviously the car can only be fueled to a certain amount. And that's all the tank will hold. So we rejoin in 8th position. We're still in the points, everyone. Yes, still in the World Championship points, which is fantastic to see for Scott Speed with 45 laps to go as we accelerate forward now. 32 laps remaining in the Torture Grand Prix, everyone. 32 laps remaining. We've got 27 laps. Oh, Jesus Christ. Almost went straight into the back of the car there once again. You've got to be very, very careful because you can't see where you're going because the spray comes up straight into your face. Straight into your face it does. But Scott Speed, once again, got away with it as we accelerate forward now. 29 laps remaining of this Grand Prix. Let's go through some of the other views we got. Now, this was an absolutely fantastic view. And I think it's the first time we saw this view in an F1 game on PlayStation. I'm not quite sure if one of the PS1 games ever had it, but yes, this of course is the off-camber view, which is used so much in the Codemasters games now. But yes, it was the first time I think we saw it in an F1 game, and yes, we just went nuts. We just went nuts because they use this view sometimes in the real Formula 1 races when they were doing the different camera views, so it was great to see, great to see. And now of course we go to the cockpit, the beautiful cockpit view, and thankfully, well, I say thankfully, it should be anyway, we have got working rear view mirrors. Yes, working mirrors, which we didn't have in F106. But of course, with the graphical quality of the PlayStation 3, there wasn't really any excuse for them not to have real working mirrors. That's exactly what we got, as well as a steering wheel with all the knobs and whistles going on here. Let's look at it. Look, absolutely fantastic. A great view in this game. Unfortunately, I do still prefer the T-Cam view though. Still prefer the T-Cam view. Anyway, only 28 laps to go now as we accelerate forward now. 26 laps left in this Grand Prix. As I've been waffling on and showing you the cockpit view, unfortunately, we got a car sneaked past us, and it's Nick Heidfeld in the Sauber, I do believe. Oh no, Nick, no. I need to get out of this view because I'm not too good in this view, I have to be said. Not too good. Well, let's see if we can... Oh, no, we've gone wide and we've got up with the curbs now. Of course, you have to be very, very careful with the curbs in this game because they are absolutely lethal. I think this was the first game which introduced the spin curb, where if you got up onto the curb, you spun round like a top. But let's see if we can get past Nick Heidfeld and get this 8th place back for Scott Speed. Oh, he did, but he went wide there, and Scott Speed didn't manage to get the place back, so he's still just outside the World Championship points with still 26 laps left of the Torture Grand Prix. It is raining pretty hard now. I hope it's not going to rain even more. We have to come in for full wets, but no, at the moment we're still holding on. So let's see if we can catch up to the back of Scott Speed. But first, I think we have to change the camera view over. Let's go to this chase cam view. There's another close chase cam view as well, but this is basically the best one that you want to use. And of course, you've got the rain light blinking at you to tell you that it's raining. Of course, that's not used now in modern F1. It's used for the ERS deployment and all that bullshit. And we're still holding on to the 9th place. But let's see if we can now get past Nick Heidfeld, because there's a little spot coming up here where I've said earlier that the cars slow down pretty sharpishly into this hairpin, and we may use this opportunity, as you can see, to get past. We managed to catch up to the back of Nick Heidfeld, and yes, we sneak past him. So back into the points for Scott Speed with 25 laps to go. Yes, 8th position at the moment for the boy wonder from the USA as we accelerate forward now. 13 laps remaining, and as you can see, we have the oil flag out once again, and we missed it. Oh, look at this huge puff of smoke from the car there. Another fantastic addition, and that reminds me of the F1 97 days when you used to get this huge outlet of smoke coming from the back of the engines. As we now accelerate forward, 11 laps left remaining in the Grand Prix, up into 6th place now for Scott Speed, up into 6th position. It's still raining, and unfortunately we're almost out of fuel as we're going for a move now, and I think that's one of the BARs. Yes, it is. Dive down the inside. I think that's Rubens Barrichello. Yes, it is. Up into 5th position now. Our next target is Jenson Button in the other BAR. But before we do that, we've got to come in for some fuel as we accelerate forward now. With just 6 laps remaining in the Grand Prix, it is now definitely time for us to refuel the car. Yes, refuel the car, because there's not a lot of fuel left. It's unfortunate that we've got to come in because we are going to lose a few positions, but we may still end up in the points, hopefully 7th or maybe 8th place as we just come round these final corners to come in for... Oh my goodness, wait a minute. There's something definitely wrong with the car. You can see from the tyre indicator that we've got yellow wear on the rears now, and it is definitely swaying from side to side, this car. Yes, we are losing all grip. Yes, it's only yellow though, but we are still losing a huge amount of grip. Anyway, it doesn't matter because just a few more laps to go now, and we are going to come in for our last remaining pit stop. We're going to be very, very careful. It's going to be very, very slippery as we come into the pit lane. Oh no! Now that is a Dave video. What a plum. What a bloody plum. How could I... See, this is why I'm never going to get as many subs as over. Anyway, we finished 6 laps behind in the end. 19th place for Scott Speed. So it was the 93.5% out of 100 race once again. Because Dave's just... a fucking idiot. I'll tell you what, that was well slippery coming into that pit lane though on them tyres. That was well slippery. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, it's once again time to test the damage on this game, and thankfully the damage is a lot better on F1 Championship Edition. And let's see if we can be careful as we go into Sandoval, but we're not going to be careful. We can see what we can do. Oh, fantastic. Wow, confetti everywhere, wheels flying everywhere. Wowzers, no wheel tethers, of course. And look, there's a wheel flying up the circuit. Oh, and it's a 10 from Len. It's a 10 from Len. Thank you, Len. And let's see what we can do now as we go flying once again into Sandoval. Let's see if we can cause any more carnage. And as you can see, we are... Oh, yes, indeed. We've got another wheel off. Now, unfortunately, though, we cannot still get the cars to flip up into the air. They're still made of concrete, these cars. The damage is a lot better, but the cars are still rigidly stuck to the track, as you can see. And oh dear. We seem to have a Nico Rosberg stuck to us. Nico, can I have my car back, please, Nico? No. Oh, thank you very much. So let's climb up the hill and see if we can get a little bit more damage to this car, because we've only lost the front wing, yes. In fact, I think the front wing's still on, isn't it? It may be, but it won't be much longer, as you can see. Oh, now, despite trying a lot, I haven't... Oh, and the wheels come off. I haven't been able to get any punches in this game. No. The wheel just seems to fall off instead. It may be possible, but at the moment... Oh, that was a lot better, though. That was a lot better. Wow. Huge carnage there. And look at this. We've taken the rear wing off the Sauber car. You don't even get that in one of the Codemasters games from 2020. Come on, Codemasters. Sort it out. Why doesn't the rear wings come off? For cock's sake. That's not very realistic, is it? You know this game was made in 2006, don't you? Do you know this game was made... Oh, God. Anyway, we continue on, everyone. We've got a black flag now with a orange dot in the middle, which denotes that we've got mechanical damage to the car, where you can clearly see we've got no front wing on the car. And let's see if we can get these wheels to come off. Let's see if we can get them to come off. And we're going to go full chat down the hill now. Oh, no, we're going to hang on, actually. We're going to hang on. Yes, we're going to bide our time and see if we can get one of these wheels to come off. Oh, we're going to take the hairpin with no front wing. Are we going to do it? Oh, wow, that was pretty decent, has to be said. That's better than the Codemasters game trying to get through there. And with no wing on the car. Oh, dear. Anyway, through the tunnel we go now. Let's see if we can get one of these wheels to come off. Oh, contact. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, our rear wheel has come off. The rear wheel's come off. That's fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Anyway, excuse me, sir. No brakes coming through. Oh, that's going to be a nasty insurance claim, that one. Oh, dear. It's Rosberg again. It's Rosberg. Anyway, unfortunately, we couldn't do any more damage than that. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And as always, there will, of course, be more later in the 100% Race Series.